right, everybody. Yep, it's just me and Jordan. Hi, Ian, Lily. Hold on, there's another head back there somewhere.
Now let's stick your head.
Now stick your head. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. We can just get everybody in that. Yeah, we are going to Craniacs. What is it? 2024 Craniac trip. Yeah, we're going to go get some Christmas ornaments, eat some chicken wings. We're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that, Ian?
My fiance's good at cooking.
That's his fiance.
My mom was worried that I'd get stuck with someone who made me eat spaghetti all the time.
around 2:30. Jordan had to work at 4. So we left early and we stayed on track. So that was good. We had a really good day. Everyone picked out their ornaments and yeah, we just had fun. We finished up with lunch at Quaker Steak and Lube. And let's see, we got 4 different types of wings and then just a few other little things. But it was a very good day. And I was driving home and it just was snowing so hard. And where Craniacs is, it's about I'm gonna put lotion on as I talk because my hands are so dry. So dry. But anyway, where Craniacs is actually an hour and a half north, I think it's like northwest of us. And I knew that we were going to be getting like snow and colder temperatures today. And when we left the restaurant, it was snowing, but as we got out of town, it was so beautiful. It was coming down pretty decently, and it must have been a really sticky snow because it was sticking to all the limbs of the trees along the highway. It was just like a winter wonderland. It was so pretty. Brad took a little bit of footage, and yeah, but it didn't look as good when I was editing that part in. It did not look as good. It just didn't look as magical as it did in real life. But we had a good day. I wanted to sit down for a few minutes and have a little bit of a crafty, actually more like knit, crochet chat, just really quick. First of all, before I forget again, because I have been forgetting and I've had so many people ask me about this blanket, this garter stitch blanket. They've wanted to know how many rows, or how many stitches I cast on. And I just counted and it's 240 stitches. So that was my cast on, and I can't give you the full shot of it right now because I'm in the middle of the row, but it's a pretty big. I think at one point when someone had asked me about it a couple of years ago, I laid it out over my son's twin size bed and it hung down over both sides a decent amount. So that makes a pretty wide blanket. And garter stitch is really stretchy, especially lengthwise. I haven't worked on this anymore since I last showed it to you all, but I just wanted to mention 240 stitches for my cast on, and I'm knitting on a size 8 needle, holding fingering weight double, like the color mini skein fingering weight with just a off-white, like a solid off-white fingering weight. Okay, that is out of the way. I just wanted to mention that while I was thinking about it. And then I want to show you, I just got all crazy yesterday. Like, I talked to you guys about my granny stripe shawl, and I'm like, I don't really think that I like how it's going. And then I was talking about my cozy memory blanket, or the mitered square blanket. And I was reading your comments as they were coming in because I had asked you guys for your opinion. And I think the majority of people kind of reaffirmed what I was thinking, which was I need to start over on that. So I haven't touched it since I showed you. I'm going to rip it out, and I'm going to use I have lots of fingering weight. I'm going to use like my solid and speckled. I don't want any stripy color changing yarn. So that's what I'm going to do. I definitely want to knit that. I'm super excited about that project. I just realized I crocheted last year. I crocheted an Advent project. Oh, let me just grab it real quickly. Hold on, I'll be right back. I actually did 2 Advent projects last year, but I don't think I finished them during December. So let me show you the first one. This is a pattern. I don't remember either of these pattern names off the top of my head. So what I'll have to do is link it down below for you all. But I know this is a pattern by Judy of the Autumn Acorn, and this is a crocheted scarf. And I just kind of went through and changed the colors as I wanted and did the width of each color. Like, I didn't really I don't remember if she gave direction on that, but I just kind of did my own thing and just used her pattern. But this is a really pretty, it's probably not going to look that great because it's, you know, it's 6 o'clock at night and it's dark out. I didn't get that. I did not get that wrapped correctly. My dog is underneath my chair snoring. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm totally stuck in my scarf. It's pretty long. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you where she is. Let me see if I can just. There she is. Oh, while I'm down here, I wore my Christmas socks today. Oops. Those are my Christmas socks I knit. I think that was it last year or the year? No, I think it was the year before. I'm losing track. Okay, so that was, oh, and I forgot there were baubles. There's some baubles in there. You can't see them very well. They're kind of like, from having this folded, they're not really showing up because they're kind of smushed. And then I also did this. This is a knitted project. I think, I don't want to say without knowing for sure. I hope I kept record of this so I can tell you what pattern this is, because I'm not sure that I was writing that down at this point last year in my paper knitting journal. I think I might have started that paper knitting journal at the beginning of 2024. This might be an Amba O'Brien pattern, but again, don't hold me to that. It is super long. It's so, got mohair in my mouth. It's so pretty. And again, I just did my own color management with this. I just used the mini skeins I got in the Advent swap that I did last year, and then some of them are from Brazos Fiberworks Advent. Oh, mohair. I always get mohair in my mouth when I mess with it. Oh boy, I might have to pause the video. Sorry, but you guys, if you're a knitter, you understand. So I used mini skeins from those two Advents, and then I also just grabbed from my mini skein stash. But this is gorgeous. It's so big and warm. And actually, I forgot about this until that's horrible, isn't it, that I forgot about this? So, decided I'm going to start over on the granny stripe shawl. I also decided that I want to start working on my Cozy Memories blanket again because there were so many of you that encouraged me to do so. And I'm just going to shoot for like a lap-sized blanket. And I guess it could be kind of folded in half diagonally and used as a scarf. Can you hear all the banging? I'm sorry. Brad took a day off today so we could go do our thing, and now he's installing recessed lighting in his office because his office is so dark. During the day it doesn't really matter, but if he has to work in the evening, it's so dark in there. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to start working on that mitered square blanket again this winter. And then I got a little crazy last night. And this was Olivia of This Handmade Life. This was one of the bags from, I think, 2 years ago. It's cute. Anyway, I found that let me just show you. So I had that bag of commercial sock yarn, and I found a skein in there that I was like, oh, I remember working with that yarn and I really love it. I think this might have been I might have made a pair of socks for Jordan last year or the year before out of this. This is called like Winter Walk or Winter Woods or something like that. So I didn't know if I'd have enough. Like I could probably do shorties, but I felt like this was a good color that I would want to make a full-size sock. So I also have a gallon size Ziploc baggie full of Knit Picks Stroll in this off-white color that I found at a thrift store for like $1, and I think there were maybe 7 skeins in there. So this has been one thing, I guess, one tip: when you buy yarn secondhand, or like at a thrift store or anything like that, you should stick it in the freezer for a good while, just in case there's any moth eggs in there, because or anything like any bugs, just because that will kill them. I would hate, you don't want to bring home anything and stick it with your regular yarn stash. But anyway, okay. You guys probably know that anyway. So I decided I'm going to make a pair of DK weight socks because they'll go by quickly. And so I'm holding these two together, and I'm getting this, and it's so cozy and pretty. Yeah, so I'm really happy with this. So I just need to finish up the heel flap. I mean, I knit all of this last night because it's DK weight. It goes so quickly. So that was really satisfying. I'm excited. I always, it's like one of those things when you have a lot of fingering weight yarn, you can make that and you can hold it double and make a DK weight sock. I don't always like a DK weight sock because they are bulkier, but I mean, I'm knitting this on a size 2 needle, US needle. The pattern I'm following, it's a free pattern. I think it's by Crazy Sock Lady, DK Vanilla Sock, something like that. I'll link it below. And she calls for a size 3 needle. I didn't have a size 3 of the 9-inch circular, and this is the way I knit my socks. I do not want to knit my socks on DPNs, and I really don't like the magic loop. I hate messing with that extra cable. So I thought, well, I'm just going to knit on the size 2, and I'm going to knit continental, because when I knit continental, my gauge is usually, that's when when you knit continental, you're manipulating the yarn with your left hand. And if you knit English style, you're knitting with your right. I do both depending on the project. And socks, though, I typically have a hard time knitting continental because I use 9-inch circulars, and it feels a bit harder to do that. But I think because the yarn is thicker, I don't know, I'm having an easy time of it. So I'm knitting it continental, and that'll give me a little bit of a looser gauge. And I did already try to pull this up over my foot and my heel, and it worked. So I was happy with that. And these are oh my gosh, I love them. They're so cozy wintry, aren't they? So yeah, this is an encouragement to you to get into your fingering weight stash. And this was just scrap. This was just part of a skein left over. And if you have some solid, white is really nice, or if you have a gray, any color actually. I'm so excited to do even some dark. I have some dark navy and dark brown, and combining that with some I don't know, speckled yarn. I don't know, the sky's the limit. There's so many possibilities. But try it out and see what you all think. But yeah, these are gonna go fast, and I think that's all. I haven't actually knitted a single stitch today because we got up early, and we left early. So we got up, and then we made breakfast sandwiches for everyone. And then we got ourselves out the door pretty much on time, which I was impressed. And then we've just been gone all day. And I did all the driving because we borrowed a van off of my parents, and because we don't have a vehicle that would fit 6 people. So we borrowed my parents' van, and I think Brad gets a little funny about driving other people's vehicles. So I drove the whole time. So I didn't get to knit. I did tape my knitting, but I thought I'll drive. So that's when I do a lot of my knitting. I would have had 3 hours of knitting time, but it's okay because I didn't mind driving today. Yeah, so I think that's everything. I'm going to wrap up now. I don't know what time it is. It's a little after 6, I think. It feels like it's bedtime, to be honest. Tomorrow starts my busy weekend. It's not the weekend tomorrow. I realize tomorrow is only Thursday, but it's like the kickoff to my crazy weekend. We have a wedding tomorrow night. I know that's weird, but it's a Thursday night wedding. It's friends of ours from our community group, and I'm actually really excited about it. It's just a small, very intimate wedding, and then we're all, anybody who wanted to, we're going to a beautiful local restaurant. It's actually one of my favorites. And we're just going to have a dinner together. And then Friday night, of course, I have some appointments during the day with Lily. And then we have Brad's Christmas party. And it's over an hour away. So we ended up getting a hotel room at the hotel that the party is being held at. So we'll be there Friday. And and then Saturday, we're going to do a little bit of shopping. And then we have another Christmas party Saturday night. It's friends of ours. They have an annual Christmas party we always go to. So tomorrow starts my busy. Actually, this whole week has been busy. This week has been so busy. But I think, like, don't laugh. But I think if you're a woman, you'll totally understand this. I feel like I'm in a good spot, like a good sweet spot in my monthly cycle. Praise God, because I feel like I'm handling the busyness way better than when I'm in that rough patch. You know how, I mean, it's just how it is. It's just a matter of life. You know, women have hormones that fluctuate throughout the year or throughout the month. And so, like, I'm glad. So I hope I stay here. Pray that I stay here, guys, because I can deal with things way better when I am, like, in that good sweet spot in my hormonal cycle, especially for me as an introverted person. So yeah, anyway. All right. Molly is down there snoring away. She is so deaf that she cannot even hear me. Like, she hardly hears anything. So she's just snoozing away down there. Thank you guys for watching, and all your sweet, kind, encouraging comments. I appreciate them all. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.